Welcome back to the coverage from the Ultimate Time Wizard 2010 from YCS Bologna 2024. Excited to commentate this round as we have two amazing decks for you guys and some of the combo decks of the format. Right, Roberto?
Yeah, because on one hand we have Chaos Fairy deck, which I really like. Honestly, has a lot of different interactions, and I think one of them is, to start things off with, is the Gold Sarcophagus now being activated, and on the other side is a deck that I'm really scared of, which is Lightsworn.
Fair enough,
And,
and I think actually that will not be a decision that is gonna be happy about, because getting the Heavy Storm against Lightsworn is not really what you want to go for. And yeah, here comes the wolf.
Especially because now what I'm thinking is, if you're not playing a deck that plays, I don't know, something like Future Fusion, right? Which you really want to see as soon as possible. If this is just your starting hand, do you go for the Gold Sarcophagus straight away, or because, like, of course you have no idea what you're up against, right? And in this case, Heavy Storm is, useless.
Bit of an unfortunate decision, but I mean, at least there is a face down, so that Heavy Storm could be activated next turn. But we are setting one of our own. Interesting, when a face down is most likely a Raikou, so it should be a chainable card.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be fair, because I think he started things off with the Saber Valley, and he did not normal summon it at the very beginning, and he's holding on to the Mirror Force and the Solemn Judgment, which makes sense because he has the Heavy Storm for the turn after. But at the same time, if you set the compulsory, like, here you're kind of forced to activate. I mean,
yeah,
I don't really like this, but you're kind of forced to, I guess. But still, if you're playing against Lightsworn and the face down monster is likely to be Raikou, Hamster, Necro Gardener, Black Spreader.
Yeah. Now we see. Yeah, we see this Raikou, but the problem is there is a lack of actual plays from the Fairy side. So even though we can Heavy Storm, I don't think he had a single good play. So hopefully he can pick up some monsters off the top. I don't really see any. I mean, he has a decent option if that's a Brain Control maybe, but no, I think the only spell is Heavy, yeah. Wow, and I think did he just set the Heavy? Yeah.
Yeah, but no, honestly, it's
yeah, it's not the greatest move, because you give the Garrot the effect as well this way. Yeah.
Well, kind of unfortunate because he didn't mill any names, right?
No, it's a miss. But yeah, I mean, we have mentioned that obviously Time Wizard is always a great way for players to dive into older formats and explore the different ways in which Yu-Gi-Oh was played. And for many, when they think of 2010, they think of trap cards as the main difference. But in this case, that's not really gonna be the case, as these two decks are both really heavy on the monster count.
And it looks it's very unfortunate from the light players that okay, there's a Gold Sarcophagus, so maybe here it just depends on.
We didn't use the Father. That's interesting, because I think we have Father plus Caius, but still not using it. Okay.
The thing is, I'm not sure on the other end about the because he didn't flip the Raikou the turn before. He waited for it now. And I'm not so sure either about setting the Heavy Storm, because I mean, maybe now he has a Beckoning Light, maybe, I don't know, Mirror Force, something like that. Tough spot, but he drew into Cyber Dragon, so
yeah, that's a good one for sure. I mean, it was a big risk not using the father, but I mean, for now it's rewarded. Obviously, honest would really suck if he attacks and tries to attack over Garrett. But let's see. I think he's thinking a lot about which one to go for.
I think did the clip out of face? Okay.
Yeah, roar. Okay.
Roar.
Fair enough. It's like, all right. You can Caius if you want, but you can also play it slowly, I think, and just set. Because I mean,
I think you can also go, Cyber Volley and activate the effect if you feel like it.
I guess I don't know if I like it though.
Yeah, because you have the father, no? I mean, it's not the
Yeah.
end of the world, yeah. Because like you prevent Celestia.
Yeah, I think he's mainly playing against, around Celestia the whole game. But how do you
Yeah, but-
win?
No, but here for it, like, the thing is, if you're playing around Celestia, there's no way you set both Judgment and Mirror Force, to be honest. Because like, I mean, there's no point. If you Judgment the Celestia, then you are one attack away from losing this, no? So you either set only the Judgment, because you have the father, so...
Yeah.
And now, what do you do? That's what I was talking about. Now you do.
No, now
you activate it? No, you can't.
You never activate it. There are.
You can't
I
do
think.
it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, not
Exactly.
using it. He can chain on the beckoning, and I think I would consider it. Like you should look at the graveyard and what he can get, I guess. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
No, he cannot use it though. He has only. He has 3 cards.
How many
in
cards
hand.
does he have? 3. No, I can't
Yeah, he
use it.
cannot use it. Cannot use it. So hopefully they get it. But I mean, yeah. You need essentially you need to have enough Lightsworn in the light monsters in the graveyard as cards in your hand. So yeah, even though you have light maybe to discard, you cannot activate it. Yeah, this is still a tough spot because next turn we get JD, but we only have one name in the graveyard at the moment, and we know there is a wolf in hand. Wow, but that's
a good one.
really good one. But I don't. We cannot use this because we don't have a target for Lumina. There is only Celestia in the grave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Okay, they get it. Yeah.
They got it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Still-
a bit of nerves. I mean, playing on stream, it's never easy, you know.
I mean, it's a name at the end, so worst case scenario, just to get mill 3 plus 2 of Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Raigo, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know, doesn't really change much. This 200 attack life points. But yeah, now for sure the game has changed because Lightsworn player is only with 1 wolf and 1 card we don't know.
And this is big. We get the second name. Do we get any more? Oof.
Yeah. Good.
Wow. That's great. And yeah, this is a very tough spot, as you were saying, because what do you even do? Because even if you try and, Caius and fight back, they get JD, and any monster you attack over then, gets them closer to the count. I guess it's probably still the only thing you can do. Probably banish Garrot, attack over Lumina, something like that. Just pray.
You want to put some pressure, that's the issue. Because I think he only has 1 name in the graveyard, which is Celestia, I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, he milled Jane now, so he has 2.
Oh, Jane, right.
But I mean, still, even if you... Oh, wow.
Really?
You go for Alchemy.
Nah, I don't like this.
Yeah. Banish Deko Ishi, interesting choice. Into that.
Father into attack?
But... Okay. I mean, sure. At least we guarantee that, if they want to destroy the Alchemist, we get another father. But we are actually crashing already. Wow. Are we maybe playing the milling game? But I don't think we are remotely close to winning by deck out.
Oh, but you're also risking this too much because I think the last
I
one
think
player
also
milled around 10 cards, so we are very
yeah.
far from being deck out. So
I think he should have also lose only 50 life points, but whatever. Now he gets the JD, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess probably you're threatening this deck out because if they use the Lumina, then they don't have space on the field anymore.
yeah.
But I mean, you can just attack and force the father like this, and you're only milling 5, and it looks like he has at least 10. So yeah, this doesn't look like it's gonna be Chaos Fairies game.
The thing is that this father, it's just I think preventing him to losing this duel now. But it's not really changing things much because like now you enter battle phase, you attack.
Okay. But isn't Mirror Force gone already?
Yeah, Mirror Force is gone. So
Yeah.
I mean, like I can see a world in which you put Dragon defense, but
Yeah.
honestly, I would Illumina in attack. But oh,
No,
but here,
wow.
here you're risking it though.
I think this is possibly a game-losing decision. Because this way you're gonna mill 9, which is a lot. Possibly draw cards with Garrot, which is gonna happen. Oof, that's 11 already. And it could go all the way up to 13, which is so much. 2 more. So yeah, that was a total of 11 cards. And we actually do see a couple of fairy cards in the main deck, which is also not too popular in Lightsworn, but they are really good in this matchup.
Here it depends because if he has another Battle Fader, he could also just pass.
Yeah, because there is nothing that clears this field except of another Celestia, or if he can normal summon the Christia, which obviously would be really nice. But at this point, it's a gamble for the Lightsworn player as well, because I don't know. I really wouldn't have used the Lumina, but I mean, hopefully this doesn't cost him. It would be definitely a shock. And yeah, he passes back.
Makes sense. I mean, if he has another Battle Fader, honestly, why not?
And
yeah, exactly, that's what's happening.
Yeah, we are just gonna try and push. We could also be having a return set from the different dimension, maybe something like that to survive. Do we have another father? I think we do. Yeah, I see it. Or am I trip? No, maybe not.
Maybe Dragoedia.
I thought he had it, but it's quite tough to tell what's in the end. No, I definitely don't think he does at this point because he's taking all the damage. And yes, there is now the Tragedia, but only yeah. That's enough. There is a Herald to negate the Entrap from 2010, and game 1 goes to Lightsworn. Well, it was a pretty dominating game 1, to be fair. I really... Unfortunately, it all goes back to the decision in game 1 and to how much it matters to know your opponent's deck. Because that Gold Sarcophagus for Heavy Storm pretty much meant that he searched what is the worst cards in the deck against Lightsworn. And maybe it could have changed the dynamics. But now, at least, I'm pretty sure he's gonna take that card out of his deck. And yeah, approaching the side deck against Lightsworn is always tough. I mean, you have mentioned it at the start that you are afraid of facing this deck, and why is that?
The thing is, the main issue is it's a combo deck, but at the same time, if it's just this game, you can't do anything. Like There's Light Imprisoning Mirror, which is a very good card, but of course we're not going to see in this matchup. But
Yeah.
also it's one of those cards that you have to play at least two of them in your side deck, which means if you really want to take the risk of facing Lightsworn, I'd rather take it. So, like, you enter into a tournament and you say, if I'm going to face Lightsworn, I just hope that I win with what I have without signing in basically specific cards just for the deck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I always struggle honestly, and I think I have more losses than wins against Lightsworns, just because the deck is, it's very scary.
Yeah. And I
And
mean, yeah, it's a format in which a lot of the time you wanna grind, you wanna slowly take your +1s, and Lightsworm is probably the only deck or one of the few in which if they start with that one copy of charge into Lumina, they can just do things out of this world right away. And I mean, that comes at the cost of some consistency issues. I've seen an interesting card that is so release, which is definitely a premium choice against Lightsworm. So maybe if he gets his hand on that, he can really push them back.
yeah, I think Solar Release is a very good generic card for a lot of different decks. And also one of the main issues is if you side in cards such as Light Imprisoning Mirrors, most of the Lightsworn players are playing Royal Decree, for example. So it's always it's very difficult, to be fair, and it's not only about the cards such as Lumina. There's, like, for example, Cold Wave, which is honestly huge, and also, as you mentioned, Milling Wolf, I think it's the game changer. Like, most of the time you can think about what can be the best move, but when Wolf is being milled, honestly, it's like it allows you basically to have a +1 and 2100 body on the field. So
yeah, and we have seen in game 1 Cyber Dragon, and that card is either mained or mostly sided by everyone. And when you get like a free +1 Cyber Dragon, that's really good in 2010. So let's see if the opening is better than it was in game 1. I mean, it's not really an explosive deck, the Chaos Fairy, yeah. And so we only start with the face down. It's really not the deck that wants to be facing Lightsworn, because it grinds, it goes really slowly. And yeah, that's unfortunately, Lightsworn dream when you're facing off against an opponent who doesn't really attack that often.
yeah, the fairy deck, I think it's consistent with the Alchemist and the Cyber Valleys. You basically have a lot of pluses, which is something that we didn't quite see in game 1. I think in the end he has very cool plays with creature swap as well, in which basically you give your opponent cards such as Battle Fader, and then you get to banish them, and then you can recover them with the Alchemist. It's a very fun deck to play with, and yeah, also has enemy controller, which I think is one of the best cards ever printed in the game. So
yeah, they're having a little bit of a confusion because they accidentally, I think, reset the timer when they went to reset the life points. So since it's important to remember, while in 2010 the end of round procedure was quite different from what it is today, for the Ultimate Time Wizard at YCS's, the rules are the same as the main event, and so it really does matter a lot because there are no extra turns. It's end of phase, and so those 45 minutes, especially in a format where you tend to grind and it can really change the way the match ends up. So
yeah, there can be very back and forth matches as well, and I feel like in general the Lightsworn matchup can can be one of those when you can either lose very quickly or win and fight like for 40 plus minutes. So
yeah, it's mostly up to them, not to you. So
yeah.
but I mean, it's a deck that, especially as of lately, it's having a lot of success. So it's something that if you are used to modern Yu-Gi-Oh and combo decks and decks that are a little bit fast, it could probably be a deck of choice and a popular strategy if you want to try out 2010 Time Wizard. So it's surely fun. So.
And we saw lately different variants of the deck, of the Lightsworn deck. Like, for example, the one our players is playing with the fairies, or maybe there's the pure version. Are you fun with the fairy deck, for example, like mixing it up with hamsters, Herald, Christia?
I think I kind of like the hybrid versions where it has also been popular that you just main a standard Lightsworn deck with Hamster, for example, but then in the side deck you bring in the fairies for those matchups in which, such as this one, you don't really expect a lot of trap cards, because that makes a lot of sense. When you're playing against Blackwing and this kind of deck value, there are so many trap cards around that the fairies might be a little bit inconsistent. But if you play against frogs, monarchs, mirror matches, or any combo decks, I think the fairies are amazing. And with something along the line of half of your side deck, 7-8 maybe cards, you can have a very solid plan against them. So I really like this kind of hybrid side decking decision. And yeah, I think it's a great way. In the main deck, I'm not too sure because it adds even more to this high risk, high reward strategy where most of those cards are just bricks. So I'm not really a fan of it. But it seems
Also
like
some players, for example, playing a pure version in the main deck, and then siding basically all fairies, like 3 Christia, 3 Herald. I think it makes sense at the end of the day because you basically side them up against maybe 90% of the decks. So.
Certo. But yeah, it seems as if they have finally managed to reset the timer. And so we can dive back into the start of game 2. There was just this one set. Let's see how the Lightsworn player will respond. Yeah, I guess technically, yeah, I mean,
you'll go for turn. Yeah.
Technically, they wanted to play that on the time, but yeah, I mean. Okay, now we see one of my favorite or most hated, we could say, Lightsworn cards, because it's really interesting. For anyone not familiar, Arcus says that Lightsworn cannot be targeted, and I think it's one of probably the only card in Yu-Gi-Oh! I can think of, anywhere, even in the graveyard. So that's something that a lot of people tend to forget, because it's a very unique effect, but it's so relevant for both positive and negative reasons. The positive obviously being, DD Crow or stuff like that. But something that a lot of Lightsworn players forget about is that even if you have your own cards, such as Lumina or Pot of Avarice, you cannot activate them because still you can target it even with your own cards. So that's something to keep in mind when you're facing, you know, Arcus. But yeah, I mean, we see this heavy storm. Unfortunately, I don't know. I think I would have probably sided it out, but it's just gonna eat this Lila, and then we are gonna mill 5 in the end phase. So solid start from Lightsworn. Let's take a look. Obviously, now what matters are also the number of fairies. Unfortunately, yeah, only one name and one fairy, and both JDs are gone. So unless we see the beckoning light, we are out of JDs, which is great news. Ooh, wow. And I think we'll be forever. Yep. That's huge. Even though we are only getting rid of 4 cards, which hopefully doesn't have a monster to attack over this Lila, because maybe that, you know, could be an order thing, but yeah, JD's gone forever for this game.
Yeah, he also had the lightning vortex, which I think he felt like. Also here, I'm not sure honestly why he didn't set the Solemn Judgment, because he's exposing himself to Celestia again.
Yeah, what did he set? Did you catch it?
I didn't say it. But
maybe red return? I don't know. It was kinda looking like a return, but I mean, we'll see. Lila still cannot be switched for another turn, but I mean, although JD being gone is huge, it's definitely not as important if you're playing the fairy cards, because you have, you know, Christie as another boss. But also, as you were saying, if you just get to mill these wolves, Necro, Plague Spreader, you have, you know, some really powerful plays even without JD. So it's not like this game is over.
No, but like, I think here he just, you know, needs to be thankful that he didn't have a Celestia. Because if you think about it, if you mill a wolf plus a Celestia, it would have been down to very few life points. So
and there comes the first wolf. The names don't really matter anymore, but the fairies do, and we have 1 at the moment. This lightning vortex might come down because the Lila can switch next turn. I mean, I think there is an alchemist picked up, which is decent. But how do we win? He passes. Wow.
Really?
Huh. That's such a bait. He really wants to. He essentially wants his opponent to go for game, and then go father plus. I think he's playing the milling game again. And maybe that's right. Oh, interesting. What is he gonna go for? Christia, maybe? Because I think you are only afraid of Christia, right? You have father.
And I think he missed it.
Oh, wow. That's so bad. It's a -2.
It would be nice to know what
he called, but, and I'm pretty sure he didn't call. Darren Falco. Wow. What a sniper. I think Delilah goes to defense, by the way.
He has another one, right?
Wow.
Because otherwise, you don't. There's no way you risk the Mind Crush.
Yeah, and yeah, Lila goes to defense. Yeah, that is crazy. I also see the Christia, so he didn't call Christia. What did he call? Because this is huge. Yeah, here comes the Christia, and this is almost. I mean, this is 61. And obviously, we know the Vortex is there, but he will be down to only 700 life. So that's huge. Also, if you are the Lightsworn player, I mean, I guess that is alright, but you just saw a father discarded. Do you really prioritize going for Christian now? And I think this can be a beckoning. Maybe beckoning? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it makes sense because what maybe a brain control, if you feel like. I don't know. Just, you know, some...
Yeah, makes sense. Beckoning makes sense because this deck has, I think, no chance against a Christia that attacks. Like, as you can see here, we are gonna have to Lightning Vortex, but then the Christia goes back to end essentially the next turn. And I still don't see how we win. That's the main issue. Like, I see we're essentially surviving, but we are not really, you know, wow,
No,
and
this
get
one
rid of
doesn't.
Solemn, which when you have only 700 seems like a really good card.
But you discard the Gores. Because,
Does he have Lords? Okay.
yes.
Ah,
I mean, there's no way there's no way you're going to activate Gores in this game, so...
you say so, but watch and look when he gets attacked by a Plague Spreader, and then yeah, that's definitely a bit of an interesting spot. I mean, Solemn is so good when you're only paying 300 for it, so yeah, makes sense. Here comes the sheer aggression from Honest into the Dekoichi, but that is enough to destroy it. Definitely not your usual 2010 game, but yeah, you're right. He kept the guards instead. Wow. And now there is a bit of pressure because you know next turn he gets Beconing, and if he has enough... Oh, that's a good top deck though. The Bottomless.
Yeah. There is a very good one, but...
And we pass. Wow. We don't even...
He passed because I think he's
we-
afraid of losing with Honest, then, like, Honest on
we have-
Honest stuff like that.
Why don't we just set the...
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because here we have to honest this. Yeah, you have to father this honest, and that doesn't seem
Yeah.
great.
He bounces it back, he sets the Beconing. The Solemn would have been very good on the Beconing, honestly, because now he can also fix his hand,
Yeah,
calculate how many fairies he has in the graveyard.
but again, the issue is I don't see how, like, there is a win condition, because the problem is honest. Even in the end, is threatening, because like essentially you're never gonna be able to leave a monster in attack position for the rest of the game. So you need to have enough damage to go for an OTK of your own, which for now we haven't even seen, I think, a single damage from this deck. So
Yeah.
I don't know. And we set shoe cards, probably trying to play around, you know, Mystica Space Typhoon or Dust, if it's in there.
The thing is that here, I mean, if he passed before, now you summon the Alchemist, right?
But you can't, because I think if you summon the Alchemist, you lose to any light monster. So you have to set the Alchemist. That's what I mean, because you lose to the Honest from end, not, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why you're kind of stuck in this loop. But you don't have offense, you don't have defense. So yeah, it's rough out here. And
Looks like he's not going for the Beconing yet. He's just holding on to it. It depends on what he has, because...
oof, that's a good one. Do you bottomless it?
No. Because now, I mean, I hope he calculated how many fairies there are in the graveyard.
No, I think there is only one. So unless he has exactly like 3 in hand, which I don't even think he has enough. He probably has exactly 4 cards. Let's see though. He does go for it. Let's take a look at this hand. We know Christia Honest, Raiko, another... No, he doesn't have enough. Because I'm pretty sure he goes to maximum 3 fairies. If I've counted them correctly. Yeah, he cannot go to 4. Which makes me wonder whether you go for the Beconing. Because this Lumina was insane.
Yeah, here you can go take Lumina.
I mean, you still take a
Herald,
Christia.
Honest. Yeah, Christia you take it for sure.
Yeah, and Christia.
It's Christia, and then another
No.
card. Yeah, it's missing
I don't
one.
know. Like, is it 5? Wasn't it 4?
Yeah, it was 5. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay, then, yeah, okay. You're good. Yeah.
But I guess you take Raiko just because you got rid of it with Lumina.
Yeah, I mean, that's the card you discard for sure. You get the Aurkus and you try to, represent game. And there is not much that can stop you. Yeah. There comes the Lumina. I would probably go for Aurkus instead of... He gets rid of Christia. Wow. And I think I would... Yeah.
Yeah, but why did you bottomless then? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
But
anyways.
now we draw and we are facing the threat of Dishonest. So we know Honest Raiko.
And Herald, right? Yes.
Honest Raiko and Herald, yeah. Which means we had the Alchemist, which we could technically even summon at this point because they don't have a
Yeah.
monster big enough. And yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So it's gonna use the effect to banish one from the top of the deck. Unless its opponent wants to use the Herald, which I think wouldn't make much sense. Because any light monster you top deck, it's game with the Honest. And you have to give it up here. But let's see.
Not sure, honestly, why.
And there it
Yeah,
comes, of
yeah.
course.
I mean, yeah.
That's really...
But here again, the thing is, why did you discard the Christia?
Yeah. That's...
Because
Yeah, that would have... I agree. It would have made a lot of sense. Here... yeah, as you can see, we just passed back and there was a miss window, yeah, on the effect of Alchemist, which is what they are gonna debate about. Because essentially Alchemist is when you can effect, and it says that when it is destroyed, you can essentially take back to your hand one of your banished monsters. And I mean, outside of the fact that he may have not declared it, because it seems as if he passed turn, they are debating whether the Herald makes it lose timing, or due to it negating the activation of the Dimension Alchemist, he can get back a card, I'm pretty sure. Which also goes back to this Herald not making the most sense to me. But I think they're gonna quickly call a judge and get this over with. So let's take a look at the resulting situation. And yeah, we are gonna resolve these alchemists getting back once more this battle fader to try and stay alive. What a game this is, really hanging on to his last bit of life points. And unfortunately, we don't pick up a monster, so we are gonna just set that Raiko and pass. But still, I am failing to see the win condition from the Fairy deck, outside of milling. But, yeah.
I don't know, honestly, because, like, Judgment Dragons are gone. I think Celestial are all still in, and at least 2 Wolves. I don't know. I think he's playing Tricristia. I assume so. He's very close to win this one, honestly, but he needs something to help him out, because having discarded that Christia, tough spot now.
Yeah, and I think this set, is confirming once more this strategy, because he had another Alchemist. He could have tried to just attack over the Raiko. He knows it's there. And there are not many monsters that can punish you. And let's see if it's gonna be the Alchemist. Yeah, this time it loses timing because Raikou destroys and then mills. So he's not gonna be able to get a Saver Valley back. And let's see if he finally picked up a monster to try and, you know, force out this father. Because actually, if he attacks with the Raikou, that God's kept,
No.
it's gonna be good.
No.
Let's see, that
That's
could be a
not
crazy
accurate.
way to stay in this game. I told you, just you wait.
There's no way this is happening. Especially because, like, I mean, the thing is, I don't think he makes such a deal.
No, it's happening.
No, Drago.
He didn't go for it. No. No, he didn't go for it. No way. Oh, wow. We all wanted to see that Gors kept instead of Solemn Judgment, but we go for Tragedia instead.
There may be another attack from Raikou.
Yeah, possibly. And it's 4 cards in hand, so yeah, 24. And he takes it, so 22. Raikou is gone. Is there a second one? And this makes not that much sense to me, because by setting 2, this Tragedia is now at 1200 and you just lose the game to any decent monster. So I think I would have not set anything, because if they have the Celestia, then they are forced to use it and we are still having a father, right?
Yeah.
And there comes the Raikou on the face down. It is a Book of Moon. Okay, then this, you know, makes the play a little bit better, but still I don't think there was much of a reason to risk it.
Quite unfortunate, because I think he's still having 2 Wolves in his deck.
Yeah, but I think we are down to 5 cards in deck. Could we really see this deck out? That could be a crazy game with this 500 life points.
Here the thing is, he has a father.
And a Gorz.
Yeah, he passed.
And he passes. Wow. And I don't even think you do much. Soul Release, I guess, get rid of the fairies in this situation. Because that's the only way you lose. Yeah. All the fairies gone. I think we might have asked for a target.
You don't change
Raikou? Wait, what? Yeah, I think we have to target, so if we have like Call of the Hunted or Beckoning, we can still chain it once they have declared the targets. This is 6, okay, 5. Let's see if there is anything face down. No, we are not even gonna chain the Necrogarna, it seems, which we could. Okay, yeah, no, he is going to. Yeah, we just chained the Necrogarna, which means the first attack of the turn will be negated. I don't even think we're gonna see an attack, most likely. Well, yeah, I think they're just debating whether if a target is removed, the rest is still banished as well. So, no, we actually do have a Beckoning. So we are gonna chain the Garna and then chain the Beckoning, getting back the Honest. Which, yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue. Because also I think we had a lot of interesting plays available by using it the previous turn. And now we flip the Dekoishi again, exposing ourselves to any possible monster being top decked. And I think if we had back the Honest, we have done our math and we know that between those 5 cards, there is something, and we drew into the Caius on the face down or on the right. On the right. Okay. And yeah, this is, I guess, a lot of damage. 38. It's down to this one top deck. Can we get any monster? I think he only took 28, but let's see. The face down is a lightning vortex. What a game this is. Wow. And unfortunately, we have a father, so this is insane stuff. I mean, we take back the honest for sure.
Bro,
We don't.
take it back?
Oh my god, what's going on? There is no way. One more top deck. Can we pull off this win? It's crazy, crazy stuff, and there are about 7 minutes remaining, it seems. What a match. And we still leave it in attack position. We're not taking it back and setting it. Wow. Do we have something else? I'm expecting something like a Christiana Celestia left, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
they're enough.
He has Wolves, he has Plague Spreader, for example, in the deck. Dang it.
And wow, we attack over with the honest. I think our end is
You can.
father. No.
You could. Yeah, I mean, because you have. Why not? Right?
Not so Gale. Why Gale? Like Gale? And now we top deck into the Allure to finally get rid of this. Oh, and I think we drew.
Roar. No.
Yeah, the OTK. I think Roar and Father. What? What a game. I think it was Roar and Father, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yes.
Mind. Vabbè. Pur sgrassé. Now we can use the Gale and go into a synchro, and this is the only really good synchro because it doesn't take any damage, the armor, and we attack, and I am almost positive that this was game, because the previous turn he only took 28 instead of 38, but doesn't matter. Picks up his card. What a comeback this was from Chaos. Very incredible stuff, and we are going to game 3 with few minutes remaining, and as already mentioned earlier on, we are playing with the modern end of round procedure, so we are gonna look at the life points, and if they are even, they could end up in a draw. Otherwise, one of them, whoever is ahead in life, is gonna take this insane match.
Yeah, I'm still shocked, to be
Yeah.
fair. Not sure what happened, but it happened. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect for this game 3.
Yeah, a lot of emotions. Absolutely insane match. I see some Kaikos in the side deck that are not being brought in by the Chaos Fairy deck. I think those would be premium against Lightsworn, but especially when you need to possibly deal damage right away.
But here, I think the Chaos Fairy deck has the advantage because he has the Feather, he has the
Roar,
Dragon Rolls,
yeah.
he has the Cyber Valleys. I think I also saw Scapegoat, so you have so many cards, honestly, and
Yeah, it could totally end up in a draw. It's also quite interesting because both decks are using Honest, so you know that's also a really easy way to get. And we are siding out a lot of good cards, like Dash should so release all sided out, which is quite interesting to me. But yeah, we keep it as it is, and we are gonna see this one last game between them. About 4 minutes remain to see who will be the winner, or if there will be a winner at all in this match. Let's take a look at these hands, and we see a Roar, but it's in the end of the Lightsworn player, which is a great advantage. And we start things off with the first solar recharge of the match, unfortunately discarding a Raikou. Oof, but there comes the Wolf. I mean, doesn't get much better than this. Recharge into Wolf. But I think both ends are actually really, really strong. I saw the good old father. So it will be tough for any of them to deal damage, and yeah, that's a solid opener as well. It's Cyber Valley plus Mind Control on the Wolf to just draw 2, and I don't think it's Brain. If he activates the Brain, I think he can lose to the Roar. Yeah, I mean, maybe... I guess he takes a risk because he wants to go ahead in life, but unfortunately will be extremely punished by this threatening Roar. And it's a no-brainer. You use it, and this time means that he needs to speed things up because he's now down some life points. And yeah, this happens, draws 2. And he needs to play quickly, because we have seen how his deck struggles to deal, doesn't set the Mirror Force, and passes. Wow, what a decision. It would have been so good here.
Especially because, I mean, you have the father, but...
Yeah, I mean, Mirror Force is so much better.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Mirror Force here. It's over. But yeah, we see the father, and we have the Herald to negate it if we want. I mean, we are ahead, so probably we don't care. I wouldn't use it. But we do use it. We do use it, and we are not gonna get punished. That goes to grave, yeah. Lot of damage, 3,050 life points will be the total that he is ahead. 28, 50, and then 800, so 36. That's a lot of damage, yeah. Isn't it 36? Yeah, it should be 36.
Yeah, life points are, yes.
So now we enter into the end phase. Are we gonna eat? No, we don't need any names, and now we need to play super fast. Oh, and what a top deck! Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh no, but we have Cyber Dragon. Wait! No. Oh wow! Wait! No! No! Wait! No, we have Cyber Dragon. No. Unfortunately, yeah. Now, Cyber Dragon would have been enough, and this is not. I'm pretty sure he had Cyber. Yeah, he does have Cyber Dragon. Oh my god. What a game. They're playing super fast, but that could have been enough to just go ahead in life. That Cyber Dragon, he didn't spot the play, and this might just be too late, because you can set the Honest, and yeah, there is no way you lose. And this would have been game over. He would have had the match. But unfortunately now, there is just no way to deal damage. He takes 100. There is no more time. And unfortunately, by rushing just a little bit too much and not seeing the Cyber Dragon, he has to concede. And Lightsworn take this match 2-1. Wow. What a roller coaster of emotions. And this just shows you how even Time Wizard 2010 can be explosive.